gyro ramen with extra garlic and fat for dinner is way more important than the Sando and attends organic yoga classes. Her recent struggle is balancing. Let's cut to the chase. Bad news. Jobs where you literally just get paid to sit in meetings and invent fake characters are real. Your op is going to expose this deep, dark rabbit hole today. Listen up, you degenerates! This ain't the time to be smirking in bed at 3 in the morning, swiping on your phones and wasting your utterly unproductive life. Out there in the real world, there are grown-ass adults sitting in pristine, air-conditioned meeting rooms, making hundreds of thousands of yen a month, just circle-jerking about their delusion. Hearing this is gonna make your bottom-tier wage slave jobs feel like an absolute joke. Whatever. Before we dive into the meat of it, let me break down the structure of today's rant. Too long, didn't read style. First, Chapter 1. The delusions of the try-hard normie. I'm gonna meticulously expose how unhinged and fake as hell their reality actually is. Next, Chapter 2. Alan Cooper and the imaginary waifu. We'll talk about the magic words they use to justify this deranged roleplay and what it really is. Then Chapter 3. The absolute limits of playing pretend at work. We'll watch them hit the wall of reality and laugh at their miserable downfall. Finally, Chapter 4. We dismiss. Alright, let's get rolling. Chapter 1. The delusions of the tryhards. You lads know those insufferable goobers at work or Unite group projects who love spamming business loanwords to sound smart, right? They wear these pointlessly slim-fit suits, stand in front of a whiteboard deadpan, clicking their red and blue markers, and start spewing this crap. Dumb down for you brain-dead degenerates. It basically goes like this. Let me do a little reenactment. For the target of our new project, our persona is Misaki Tanaka, 32 years old, single. She works as an IT web designer, making 4.5 million yen a year. On her days off, she goes cafe hopping in Omotesando and attends organic yoga classes. Her recent struggle is balancing career growth with her private life, and she looks forward to drinking a slightly luxurious wine on Friday nights. What the fuck? Right? Why? Like, where the hell did you meet this chick? You got a girl that's perfectly convenient in your contacts? Okay. You've never even been to Omotesando, you absolute clown. She's fake as hell. I was sitting there on a folding chair, staring at the whiteboard with dead fish eyes, and I was this close to screaming it out. That's just your ideal imaginary waifu, ain't it? No cap. This is the exact scene playing out in office buildings all over Japan right now. They stick this mysterious girl's name and some smiling stock photo on the whiteboard, and a bunch of grown men cross their arms and deadass discuss the lore of a woman who doesn't even exist. Misaki-chan wouldn't pick up this package design or some shit. Or, let's empathize with her pain points. Yikes, so fucking cringe. The only pain point is inside your goddamn heads. But hey, don't you think the very definition of work is completely broken here? For you degenerates, crammed into packed trains every day, commuting in a brain-dead state, sweating your asses off as temp workers or getting yelled at by your boss for no logical reason. You're probably like, what? They literally get paid to play house and doll make-believe in a meeting room. Is this modern-day alchemy, or what? Honestly, it's a miserable reality that proves my philosophy. Honest folks get screwed, and the loudest guys win. This is where the real shit begins. Chapter 2. Alan Cooper and the imaginary waifu. Why is this deranged roleplay openly allowed in the business world? Because they've got a free pass. Enter some big shot named Alan Cooper. Apparently this guy is an absolute unit in the software development world, and he's the one who proposed this persona theory. Basically, if you just look at market research stats or vague strings of numbers like males in their 30s or 5 million yen annual income, it's too abstract and you lose sight of who you're making the system for. So you create one realistic fictional character, a persona, and design the service for them. It's a paradigm shift. As a theory, I'll give it that. It might go against your intuition, but that's reality. But run it through my filter and it just translates to having a meeting with your imaginary waifu. Huh? Are there some normies out there right now going, but isn't that an important framework for adopting the user's perspective? Yep, you just outed yourself as uneducated. If you don't like it, close the thread. Listen up, lads. They sugarcoat it with pretty words like user's perspective, but in the end, they're just forcing their own convenient headcanon. Humans only see what they want to see. You want to know what happens when opinions clash in a meeting? When they're arguing over Plan A and Plan B, someone goes, "No, Misaki Tanaka wouldn't do that." And they just use her as an invincible tool to push their own agenda. You guys really love your convenient excuses, huh? The people sitting in that meeting room ain't elite marketers. They're just a bunch of weebs presenting their My Ultimate Original Heroine fanfics to each other. Guess this is educational, huh? For us degenerates, if you show us some overly detailed lore doc, all we can say is, wow, much cool, very deep. But the clueless execs who don't know any better get totally baited, going, uh-oh. Your customer resolution is an absolute unit. Numbers don't lie, but liars use fake characters. Take note of that. There are exceptions, but look at the big picture. Separate facts from your feelings. At the end of the day, a persona is just a convenient mass hallucination used to sync up everyone's delusions. Alright, moving on. Chapter 3. The limits of playing pretend at work. Some of you probably listened this far and felt relieved, thinking, wow, white-collar jobs are surprisingly half-assed. Damn right they are. The world is built so that the loudest guys and the ones who can spam English loanwords win. But look, even if you make these pretend personas, if there's no substance, it's just a pipe dream. The funniest shit I've ever seen was when they made this grand infographic poster, plastered Misaki Tanaka's face, her hobbies, how she spends her weekends, her goals, and her pain points all over it, and stuck it dead center on the project room wall. 6 months later, absolutely nobody looks at that poster. It literally just became wallpaper. Or the guys on the ground worrying about their own unpaid overtime or whether to order Jiro Riemann with extra garlic and fat for dinner is way more important than the struggles of some fake Misaki-chan. Sad but expected. Watching those clowns get heated in the meeting room debating what does Misaki-chan feel on a Friday night, I'm just smirking on the inside. Like, shouldn't you channel all that energy and delusion into fixing the pathetic persona of your own miserable lives? If you can't even solve the pain points in your own life, there's no way you're solving a fictional chick's pain points. It's an absolute slaughter. Only the chads who realize this garbage reality are the true users of this show. I mean, I'm aiming this exact rant at a very specific persona. You got. The degenerates with too much free time. You lads staring at threads that are basically bathroom graffiti, swiping your phones in bed, listening to other people's stupid stories with one earbud in, and feeling superior. With a years without a girlfriend equals your age stat. My persona setup is an absolute unit, ain't it? Ah, hit the nail on the head. Laughing my ass off, he's seething. Wipe your tears, bro. If you listened this far and frustratingly agree, smash that subscribe and like button right now. That bottom tier click of yours fuels your ops motivation. I ain't letting you say dead thread, laughing my ass off. Way, is there no momentum? Is this topic dead content? Nah, you guys are just lurking. If my motivation goes up, I'll expose even funnier, bottom of the barrel dark secrets of this try-hard corporate industry. Count on it. Alright, finally, Chapter 4. Time to dismiss. Well, delusion meeting time is over. Ain't no point in me ranting alone here in the dead of night forever, and I've gotta be up early tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day of playing pretend, acting out some half-ass persona at work to grind for that paycheck. You lads do your best holding onto your own pain points in the actual hellscape of your commuter trains. Well, not my problem though. If you hate it, come back here anytime. I'll entertain you. I surprisingly kind of like this weird sense of solidarity with you degenerates. Oh, by the way, next time I'll be breaking down the business model canvas. It's another magic canvas that those loan word loving clowns drool over. so look forward to it. Catch you later, Ray. Alright, good work out there.